Hey guys, how's it going? Hey, before we start our regular video today, I just wanted to let you guys know that on November 2nd, I'll be participating in the Extra Life charity stream. It's a 24-hour stream. So it's on November 2nd. We're going to be going from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. We're going to see how long I last. Hopefully, I may be having some friends come by and we'll just have a good time playing games. I'll have my Twitch linked in the description below, along with the link to the channel, my channel on the charity website, which will also take you to my Twitch. You can donate there. Also, if you've been following me on Facebook, you can donate there as well. I have a fundraiser on Facebook. So yeah, let's try to get some money for the Children's Miracle Network. Other than that, we're also probably going to be taking some recommendations on what games to play, since I have a ton of games to play. So if you guys want to see anything cool or see me get frustrated at whatever, make sure to tune in and participate in the chat. Like I said, it's going to be November 2nd from midnight to midnight. Anyway, take it easy. Welcome to Halloween Horror-thon. When you think the 80s and you think horror, you probably think, Freddy Krueger, Jason, the heavy hitters, Michael Myers. I think about clowns, and not it. I'm talking killer clowns from outer space. Now, if you have not seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space, earlier in the month I did a video about the channel Comet. It's been playing all month. Watch it. Find a way to watch it. I don't know. It is one of my favorite movies ever. I was gonna wear my shirt. I have a Dickies shirt, the band The Dickies. They actually did the main song. I was gonna wear it for this video, but it was dirty and I'm very lazy. And I only have another day left to do this, so sorry. First off, that song is great. The Killer Clowns song. Oh man, immediately you guys need to go research that song. Killer Clowns from Outer Space by the Dickies. Fantastic. Let's just talk about this movie. Actually, I rewatched it just yesterday, just to make sure I wouldn't miss anything. This movie is fantastic. So it kind of takes place in a college town, but it's an 80s college town. You think college towns nowadays, I don't know, it's weird. Like the 2000s to the 80s feels really different. I guess like the difference from like Animal House to Scream. It just feels different. It feels like things were much more fun back then. Like everything's super serious in those kind of movies now. And this movie, of course, is not serious at all. So it takes place in this town. You follow the main character and his girlfriend. They're at makeout point, and in this movie it's called Top of the World. So they're at the top of the world, and they're staring up, and they see a big shooting star. And the girl is like, "Oh, let's go! It went right over there. Let's go check it out." And the boyfriend's like, "That's stupid. That thing's thousands of miles away by now." She's like, "No, it's totally right over there. Let's go." Hard cut to like hillbilly farmer John, who like literally is like, "What in tarnation?" I mean, like he is just classic. And so him and his dog Pooh Bear, they're like, "A meteor just crashed in our yard. People are gonna come around from all over the place. It's Halley's Comet. Let's go check it out." So now they're going through the woods, and then what do they find in the middle of the woods? I mean, like no paths to this. A big circus tent. And of course, as you do, Farmer John is like, "The circus is in town. Out here, let's see if we can get some free tickets." So they run up, and they're trying to walk around this tent, which is obviously weird. And they're walking around the tent like, "I can't find an entrance, old Pooh." And he turns around and the dog's gone, because when his back was turned, a little wormhole opened up. The most terrifying space clown you've ever seen captured the dog with a net. So now he can't find his dog. He finds the bandana. He's like, "My dog, let me in." Kicks the tent, which is made entirely of metal, hurts his hands. Now he's mad. Grabs like the freaking cable, the support, electrocutes himself. Now he's on the ground, sobbing. His dog's gone, his hands are burning, he's in pain. He turns to see 3 of the killer clowns. Now, this is something that happens in the entire movie. These clowns are terrifying. Like, they aren't fun. They are very scary looking, jagged teeth. They're monstrous. They're almost like dinosaur-like, and they have these horrible. And he sees these three clowns, and where the common man would be like, oh no, time to get up out of here. He's like, well, hey, look, fun clowns. What? Hey, guys. Like, totally forgets about his dog. It's like, there's the clowns here. And, of course, they blast him with a laser rifle. Boom, cuts back to the couple. The couple is doing the same stupid thing. They go out in the woods. They go out in the middle of the woods, just like the old man. You find the giant tent, and it's like, hey, what's this tent doing out here? And the boyfriend's like, oh, it's the circus. Duh. Let's go hang out. They make their way in to this obvious spaceship now, because, there's like pipes and buttons and what have you. They walk into a room, and there's like a big crazy, like nuclear reactor, and they're like, hey, this isn't the tent. Yeah, that is quite weird. So then they go into another room, and there's cotton candy hanging. And so, like, they have now established that this is definitely like a spaceship or something. Then they see the cotton candy hanging, huge human-sized things of cotton candy, and the boyfriend's like, this is a cotton candy factory. And the girl's like, have you ever seen a cotton candy factory? And the guy's like, no. And she's like, well, neither have I, but it's probably not like this. He's like, nah, look, this is how it is. And they walk over to a cotton candy, pull some back, and boom, human face, all bloody and nasty. Oh, maybe this isn't a cotton candy factory. Then one of the monster clowns comes in, and they're like, well, hey, that's not good. So now they run past him, they're trying to get out of the tent. The clown, of course, picks up a gun and shoots a shotgun of popcorn that covers them, and they make their escape. At this point, they are now going to the police station to try to warn people that, hey, these clowns are killing people. And then cue a long slew of montages of the clowns going to town and killing everyone. They're great. I'm not going to dictate all of them, but let's just go through a couple of the highlights. There's a biker gang where one of the clowns comes up on a tricycle. The biker gang's like, oh, little Jojo rolling into town. And like the guy who sounds like freaking the bad guy from Goof Troop smashes his bike, and that clown uppercuts his head straight off. Just beats his head right off, uppercut style, freaking all the bikers out. A couple people get blasted and turned into cotton candy. God, there's so many of them. One guy gets like a balloon dog and uses it to sniff people out. One guy makes a shadow puppet of a T-Rex to eat like a whole group of people at the bus. It's a lot. But anyway, you cut back to the police station, and now there's two cops. There's the young cop and the old cop. The old cop is a dick. He's like, oh, everyone's trying to make a fool out of me, and I won't be dealing with this. And the young cop is now in a bad situation because the boyfriend and girlfriend from the beginning, that girl used to be his girl. And so it's like, oh man, he doesn't want to help them, but you can't say hey, people get murdered, you can't just brush that off. So they go to find out, and then of course when they leave, they find out that this is happening. And all the while, the old mean cop is at the police station, basically hanging up on people. They're like, oh, clowns are killing us. He's like, you're not gonna fool me, click, click. And he specifically says, you can become a dummy, but you won't make a dummy out of me. And that is very important to note. So anyway, you find out that the popcorn, that covered them, that turns into clown heads on like spines that, attacks them later on. And one of the clowns ends up going to the police station, and the big jerk guy's like, oh, what's this clown doing? And then it kind of cuts off, so you don't know what happens. So now the cop and the boyfriend and the girl, they have all figured out, the clowns are real, they're killing people, we need to do something about it. They go back to the police station, and that clown who went to the police station is there, and he is standing like right next to the jerk cop. Now the jerk cop his face is now kind of white, rosy cheeks, and blood lines here, and he is a dummy. And so these clowns haven't talked, they've only laughed the whole time. So now he's working the cop like a puppet. he's like, his hand's behind him, and the cop's like, well, come on, Dave, all we want to do is kill you. And then you see the clown pull his hand out, and his hand's just covered in blood, like he literally just jammed it in the cop's like spine and used him as a puppet. And to be honest, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens, but that is one of the most gruesome parts of this movie, because it's like, whoa, that's ouch. So yeah, that's when they start shooting at the clown. They shoot his big red nose and it blows up, and the clown spins and blows up into confetti. Now you know the clown's weakness. Pop the nose. At this point, the tent has moved to the abandoned, or I don't know if it's abandoned, but the amusement park on the dock, and the girl has been captured and put into a balloon, because why not? All the clowns are now making their way back with their haul. They're turning people into cotton candy, turning people into balloons, and getting back to the old amusement park where the old security guard is, and they all are holding pies, and the security guard's like, what are you gonna do with them pies, boys? Throw a bunch of pies at him, and the pies, this is gruesome kill number 2. I mean, there's a lot of deaths in this movie, but gruesome kill number 2 is the pies. The pies melt him away. Like, afterwards, they find a big goop of pies and just bones. Like, the guy got melted into bones. So then now the cop and the boyfriend have teamed up with the 2 town idiots in their stupid ice cream truck, and they're all driving to the amusement park to save the day. They get there, they find the girl, of course, they pop the balloon, and that's also when you find out what the clowns are doing with the cotton candy. They have a big crazy silly straw, and they stab the cotton candy and like drink your blood through it. It's really funny because they do, like, for such a goofy, like, not serious scary movie, they do kind of bring up a good point when they walk back into the tent. This is now the second time they're in the tent. They're all like, hey, do you think our concept of clowns are based on these people? Because it brings a good thought, because, like, if that's not the case in this world, okay, we're thinking way too much about this, but if that's not the case, that means that these clowns, aliens, are like, either randomly clown aliens, or they have seen us and depicted their whole life based on one aspect of our world. So really what he says kind of makes sense. Like, maybe like in the past, these clown aliens came down, someone saw it, and through the generations, somehow it got turned into the circus. I don't know. Really kind of funny, weird, like more thought was put into that line than like a lot of the movie. And of course they never brush upon it again. But anyway, so they save the girl, they're all surrounded by clowns, and then the giant clown comes down. This guy he's like a big puppet clown. The young cop ends up kind of sacrificing himself to save the 2. He gets picked up by the giant clown, and he pulls out his badge and stabs his nose. The ship is taken off, it all blows up. You're like, oh man, he sacrificed himself, he's dead. Clown car crashes down, door opens up, the cop comes out, he's safe. The 2 dork guys who you thought are dead, they come out, they're safe. The day is saved. Although, if you think about it, I'm pretty sure besides the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the cop, and the 2 idiots, I think the whole town is in fact dead. Killer Klowns from Outer Space. Best movie ever. A really good Halloween movie. I highly recommend watching it. I highly recommend watching it on Comet because they need more love. But if not, I think they have it at Best Buy or whatever. I don't know if it's on any streaming services, but definitely worth a check out. Anyway, if you liked Killer Klowns, then maybe throw me some of your favorite parts in the comments. Let's talk about it, because I could talk about this movie all the damn day. Other than that, subscribe, ring the bell, do what have you, internet. And hey, as always, take it easy.